any subject that that you want special attention to? Very good, Prathamesh, coming for online. Still, I want more and more people. I want to interact with you in first 15 minutes. Then I will go. I just want to decide with you the tests and so on. How we can do? How we can make it student-friendly test? Student-friendly test. At the same time, you should be also getting ready for it now itself for a good job. Good job. So what can we do? I'm hiring some people from United States who can helpful to who can help us in programming and so on. So good. Thanks, Riddhi, for talking. And what about Manish? Where are you, Manish? Which part of
Yes, Father.
Anurag has come?
Yes, Father.
Which part of India you are from now?
I'm from Mumbai,
Mumbai only. Okay, okay. Which part of Mumbai?
Sion.
Fine, okay, that's nice. So you are very close. So come anytime and walk into our college. There is a lot of grass and the football court, but still you can play football. Okay, Shubham also. Shubham, how are you? All
Fine, Father.
many people have got long hair. I think um, uh, because of COVID and so on. Anyway,
Yes,
you are
Father.
very careful. Anurag, how is everything? Anything?
Everything is
Okay.
fine, Father.
Fine, the 35 students are there. Should we wait for some more time or I'll let me start it? Okay, let me start. Okay, friends, very good morning. I'm happy and thankful to all those who come online with the video because it is good. You know, once in a while you should show your face. Now I know it is important for us to see how you are doing. From facial expression, you will come to know how healthy you are, how tired you are, how cheerful you are. Okay. One thing that I must tell you that nobody can make you happy for anything. You know, nothing, no material things can make you happy. Happiness has to come from your heart, how you view things. You can all the time complain about yourself, your parents, internet connection, and all that. At the same time, you can face the challenge and settle the issue. One of our professors, he doesn't get internet connection at home, so he takes a car, goes to the highway. From the highway, he teaches. You know, takes a side road, and he gets a good internet connection. So he doesn't complain. So you find a way on yourself. Okay. Now, why have I come? We are at the almost finishing all the 3 chapters, getting ready for the first test. Number 1. What does the university guidelines are there? University guidelines saying that every chapter should have at least 60 MCQs, every chapter. So therefore, we are going to conduct, totally there are 6 chapters and we are going to, so we should have at least 180 MCQs. Okay. Now 180 MCQs. So university is suggesting that your questions, question bank. In our case, this 180 becomes a exhaustive question. You know, question bank. That's what you need to. That's what you are asking for. Okay, this 180 becomes a question bank for you, and this question bank is always an exhaustive. It has to be. It has to cover the full concept, the whole syllabus for you. So that is fine. So we will give you 180 in couple of days, maybe before Friday or something like that. Okay, we will give you that. Now we will keep you in a new Moodle server. New Moodle server ends with 125, not 126. Okay, remember this. These 37 students who are here now, 37 means -2, 35 you are here. Please tell your friends. The new Moodle server is 14.142.126.125. Okay, okay. The new Moodle server, and I think password and all created. Otherwise, we'll let you know. This Moodle server will have, and we'll put 187, 180, and you practice them. We'll keep them for 1 or 2 days according to your this one. Maybe 2 days should be enough, or 3 days should be enough. Okay. Now, university is against that you take the questions only from 180. We cannot ask the same questions. For example, suppose we can ask a similar question. You know, we can ask the similar question. What is the meaning? Why we can ask a similar question? For example, suppose I ask the question in the question bank there are 2 megahertz, then I can ask 4 megahertz in the actual test. Or if I ask you, let us see the load register, the register load is 8 ohm. I could ask 32 ohm or 30 ohm or 40 ohm I can ask. Okay. So do not expect the same questions. The reason why the university is against us that asking same question is that we do not want to produce parrots. You know, parrots, you say, then it repeats. Only that much he can repeat. No, we don't want our students to be parrots, but crows. You know what is crows? Kawa. You know what do you call kawa? What is the black color bird? No, kawa. So the crows. What do the crows do? Crows, you see, it turns its head this way and that way. It thinks it sees whether there is any enemy. It looks at, it rotates the eyes in 360 degrees centigrade. So similarly, the university wants you to turn your brain 360 degrees centigrade, 360 degree angle, and look at and different perspectives. Okay, sorry, not a centigrade, but 360 degree angle. So you have to look at the whole reality. Okay, so that is the reason. So don't get discouraged that the question bank is completely indirectly connected to your the question that we are going to ask. So that is not true. Okay, and at the same time, it is not the exact question that we will be asking. Okay, but we will train you with all the questions and possible questions. So you should get understanding, a full understanding of the concept of the principle of communication and digital and analog communication. So by the time you come back, and I have a very good plan for you, continuously 1 week non-stop practicals. You know, we are not supposed to conduct practicals, but we have a fancy instruments in the technical institute and engineering, and you will have a full understanding of once you do practical and so on. Meanwhile, Stella also will try to get you this simulation software for you to practice. Okay, that is done. So friends, I just want to ask you, maybe Prathamesh or Riddhi, can both of you can answer me the mood of the students. Usually, how did I conduct fourth year? Sorry, the outgoing B students exam. The outgoing B students, I was teaching Internet of Everything. Internet of Everything. How did I conduct? I conducted just 4 days ago the term test 2, which we did not conduct. No? We conducted term test 2. Similarly, we got exhaustive questions. Then we asked something like similar questions, 20 questions, and about 16 of them also got 20 out of 20. Means they really worked hard. They rotated their brain 360 degree. Okay, and they understood the concepts. These exhaustive questions are asked in order that you understand the concept properly. What is the concept here? So you must always ask not to memorize. Otherwise, we ask the same question, then only memory. Then those who do good at memory will get marks, and those who are brilliant students who understand the concept will not get. You see, that should not be the way. The education is to get the concepts across your mind. Okay, that is done. So what did we do? We have our own timetable. You know, you in your class, with your permission, we can have our own timetable. The students preferred always 9 o'clock test, 9 o'clock, 9 to 10, 1 hour test, and with 20 MCQs and so on, like that. So we conducted a test and so on. Similarly, we can conduct maybe coming Saturday or Sunday or coming Monday or coming Saturdays, coming Sunday, we can conduct at 9 o'clock. You can prepare. Next 1 or 2 days, we'll put all the questions and so on. We practice. Then once it will be ready, then we'll give you unlimited times to practice. So when you are at home, lying on the bed, you can just practice it and equip yourself. Okay. And we will not ask anything what we have not taught. We will taught, but little bit of there will be thinking and so on. So I thought coming Sunday we can have IIT 1 coming Sunday. This is specifically for our subject. Other subject, what happens, don't worry about it. Okay. So IIT 1 we can conduct. So I want your opinion on what I am saying. Is there anything that I can change or anything you want me to rethink about it? Please, you can express. I asked Riddhi and Prathamesh to respond to what I have said.
Sir, I think this is perfect. The way you said it.
Very good. Very good.
That is very appropriate. I don't think there are any changes. I think.
Very good. So coming Sunday is fine, 9 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So please take note of coming Sunday 9 o'clock. I take note of. We'll work hard and so on. For a girls' side, I thought of asking Riddhi to to give her opinion about what I have said. Riddhi, please.
Father, it's fine.
Yeah, very good. So that's fine. And please pass on this information. You have got a group, is it? You have got a SCIT group. Okay. I wish we all come together and I take you to know this pandemic should get over, because every day, every year, I take the students to outside. We have got a villa house and we have got also poor children. About 150 kilometers here, and it all matters for you in future to get scholarship, and also it matters for you to to stand in the election of assistant sports secretary, assistant or a technical secretary, and a cultural secretary and all that. And also there are a lot of scholarship are there, and it goes into CV, and also you have various many committees. You should volunteer yourself. And if you are really if you are really interested and nobody is bothering about you, I am here. You can always come back to me. Father John, see, I am interested. I have these talents. Nobody is bothering about me. Nobody is in the college. Nobody is putting me any committee, and I want to be in the committee and do something. At least NSS, AO, all that. Okay. So you can always come back to me with all your anything that we are here to help you. I have no other job except helping you and all that. And especially I always have a soft corner for IT students, because I am directly interacting with you. The other 11 classes from FE to other B to SE to other sections, total 12 classes are there. Okay, we are 4 into 3 branches, 4 years. So out of 12 classes, the only one class which I am directly interacting with you is you, because I am directly teaching. Therefore, I am you should feel more free to raise your concerns and interact with me and write to me or something like that. Small things you can write to Stella, but anything which I can do, you can like if I know you well. Suppose Prathamesh asks me after going to United States, please give me father reference. Can I put your reference? Can you give me a recommendation letter? I know what to give. Okay, he came on class, time on class, and he's a good boy and he's working hard. All that I can write. So therefore, it is better that you be familiar with me and so on, and display your talents. There is no end to your creativity. Come out with some new ideas. If you are familiar with, you want to teach somebody, volunteer. So all that we can do. So with this, I think I ask Stella to carry on with your class and have a great time. And Stella will keep you updated with the developments. Maybe a couple of days we will put all the questions, and we'll give you information. And Sunday 9 o'clock we shall have a online IAT 1 test. Then Monday onwards we can start with the other 4, 5, 6 chapters. Okay, great. Have a great day. Thank you so much. Stella, over to you.
Yes, Father.
Yeah.
Good morning, students. So take your notebooks. So today we are going to study the last topic, which is the FM demodulator. My screen is visible to you?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So today we are going to study the topic named called Foster series discriminator. So under FM demodulator, okay. So under FM demodulator, we are having two topics. Under FM demodulator, we are having two topics, which is first one, which is Foster series discriminator, and the second one is ratio detector. Okay, so the thing is, if you study this Foster series discriminator properly, then it is easy to study ratio detector. Okay, so for Foster series discriminator, we are having a block diagram, a simple block diagram, which is a differentiator circuit differentiator circuit which is connected with an envelope detector and envelope detector. Okay, so here what will be the output? We are using demodulator, right? So after modulating signal, so this demodulator we are studying it in receiver side. Okay, we are studying it in the receiver side. So at the receiver side we are using demodulator. Why we are using demodulator? We are using demodulator to demodulate and to recover our original signal. So here what will be the input? The FM signal will be the input. FM signal will be the input which is given to the differentiator circuit. Here it produces the phase of the signals. It separates the phase of the signals, and we are using an envelope detector to detect the signal and to recover our original signal, that is M of t. We'll study how we are detecting it. Okay, so this is the basic block diagram. We are having FM signal which is given to differentiator circuit. So here this differentiator circuit, this is a differentiator circuit. So this differentiator circuit act as a tuned amplifier. Okay, differentiator circuit. We know what is the use of tuned amplifier. It tunes to particular frequency. Okay, we know the working. So here this differentiator circuit, it acts as a tuned amplifier. So what is the use of tuned amplifier? We have already studied the characteristics of this tuned amplifier. That is, so this is the VI characteristics of tuned amplifier. Voltage versus frequency. We are having cutoff frequency, and here we will be having the upper sideband, that is FC, plus some frequency, that is del F, and AC minus del F. Okay, some frequency. This is the tuned amplifier. Tuned amplifiers VI characteristics. If I want to tune to particular frequency, then if I want to tune to 260 kilohertz, so what will happen? My bandwidth will be 260 plus some frequency, 260 plus something, and here it will be 260 minus something. And what will happen? It tuned to FC. So FC, in the sense, when it comes to 60 kilohertz, then it will pass the signal. Rest all the signals it will be rejected. So here this tuned amplifier tuned to particular frequency, that is FC, then it is passes the signal to envelope detector. Okay, so we are going to see how it is tuning, how the signal is getting tuned. Okay, it is somewhat different from what we have studied in amplitude modulation. We are having one block diagram. We are having one diagram here, which is so here we are connecting one capacitor with inductor. My input is the FM signal. And here again I'm using a tuned radio frequency, tuned amplifier here, tuned amplifier. Tuned amplifier. Here I am having one diode D1, and here also I am having one diode called D2. Then here there is one capacitor which is connected here. and here there is one inductor which is connected here. And capacitor and resistor is connected in parallel. So here I am giving this signal as this output voltage as VA1, and here I am taking it as VA2. VA2. So here also I am mentioning that the voltage is VA1. VA2. Here the voltage is V3. One second. What happened?
मैं एस्टिमेशन करना है
ठीक है. Okay. So here we are having voltage V3. Then here we are having voltage V1. Here we are having voltage V2. And here also we are having voltage V3. Okay. So this is the block diagram of Foster. Wait a second. Okay. So here, if you see, so this one, if you see this circuit to this here, this circuit is acting as a tuned amplifier. Tuned amplifier. As we know that tuned amplifier is working, it is tuned to a particular frequency FC. Okay, but what is the condition here? Here you can see at the resonance frequency how many frequencies are there, FC, and there is a condition FC plus FF del F if there is a frequency change in positive side, and if there is a frequency change in the negative side. So we are going to consider all the three. We are going to see all the band, that is from FC minus del F to FC plus del F. So how many frequencies we are having? We are having in FM, we are having 3 frequencies. Here we are going to consider 3 frequencies called FC, then FC plus del F, and FC minus del F. We are going to consider 3 frequencies, 3 range of frequencies, FC minus del F. Okay. So here, what will happen? This tuned radio frequency, that is the tuned amplifier. First of all, it tuned to particular FC. At the frequency FC, what is going to happen here? So this tuned frequency, this tuned amplifier which produces pi of AM. Okay, and here the phase. We are going to see the phase. So here, as we studied in the above block diagram, FM signal is given to differentiator circuit, that is nothing but our tuned circuit, and it is producing what? Pi of AM. That is the phase of amplitude modulation here, similar to amplitude modulation we can say. Okay, so here see, if this is my tuned amplifier, so at the output what it has to produce, it will produce the some similar of phase related with our amplitude modulation. And here what we are going to study, we are going to analyze our output voltage. We are going to analyze our output voltage V0. Okay, so this output voltage, how we are going to produce. So here, if you see, if we are calculating V0, that is our output voltage, we can see here, okay, there is one voltage V3 is here, right? V3, there is one voltage called V3. So this V3 determines the voltage going outside or inside the socket. See, if the voltage is producing at this point V3, so here I can say here from the V3, the voltage can flow like this, and see the voltage is flowing like this, and here also the voltage is flowing like this. So that means the voltage signal is going outside. It is not in the same phase. It is out of phase. See, what is out of phase? What is out of phase? First, we want to know what is out of phase. So, out of phase in the sense, if dono voltage, if there is a V1 and V2, if both the voltage are in phase or coming inside, then we can say it is in phase. If both the voltage are going outside, then we can say it is out of phase. So, considering this diagram, consider this diagram. MPE@122. So here you see this circuit, when the voltage is passing through V3, okay, so this V1 and V2 is going out of phase. It is going out of phase. So we can write here out of phase in the sense the voltage is flowing like this. Okay, it is not going in phase, it is going out of phase with each other. V1 and V2 are out of phase with each other. So we can write here V1 and V2 out of phase to each other. So how can we write the output? Output voltage V0 is equal to if V01 is plus positive, then V02 will be the negative one. Okay, so I am writing here modulus of V02 minus modulus of V01. Okay, modulus of V01. Okay, so you can ask me what is V01. Okay, so here I am taking it as V01, the output as V01 and V02. Total we will be getting V0. Output will be V0. So here the passing signal is out of phase. That's why I am taking the voltage as V02 minus V01. Now you consider VA1. We need to find what is VA1 and VA2. What is the voltage? So how we will find VA1? Where is VA1? VA1 is here, right? This voltage. VA1 is this voltage. So this voltage, in the sense, we need to consider only this circuit. Only this circuit. Okay. So when we consider the first circuit, the upper circuit, we can see, we can take the value as V3 plus V1. V3 plus V1. And if you see the second circuit, as I told you, V1 and V2 are out of phase. I can take the value as V3 minus V2. Okay, V3 minus V2. So here, so we can write VA1 is equal to, when we consider when we consider V3 voltage, see, listen carefully. V3 voltage, VA1 is equal to V3 plus V1 because it is connected in series. I can write it directly V3 plus V1. But as we know that V1 and V2 are out of phase, how can I calculate the value? VA2 is equal to, as we know, VA, so V1 and V2 are out of phase. VA2 is equal to V3 minus V2. V3 minus V2. Now see, so this is the basic equation. That is the basic. What is the input voltage and what is the output voltage? We have find it. Okay. Now we are going to consider the frequency. Okay. Now we are going to consider the frequency is coming from the output of transmitter, and the tuned radio frequency receiver is receiving the particular frequency FC plus del F and FC minus del F. So we are going to consider there are three cases. Upon frequency. Okay, so first case is what? First case is at the frequency FC. So when we consider FC, what will be my response? So here we are going to see V3 voltage, V1 voltage and V2 voltage. So here you can see, so V3 is here and V1 and V2 are out of phase to each other. You can see this. V3 is there. Okay, when we consider V3, V1 input voltage and V2 output voltage are flowing out of phase with each other. So I can draw the phase diagram as, if this is a V3 signal, V3 voltage, my VA1 signal and VA2 signal are passing out of phase with each other. Now, if you see, this is V1 and this is V2, and if you see, what is VA1? This is V3. This is V1 and V2. Okay, and what we studied, VA1 is equal to V3 plus V1, and VA2 is equal to V3 minus V2. That means the signal is flowing like this. Okay, VA1, V1, V3 is equal to, that is my VA1. If I know VA1, if I not to find VA1, how my phase signal is? It is passing V3 plus V1, and here it is V3 minus V2. That means it is going inward direction to the frequency. So here you can see what will be my phase. I can say it is 90 degree phase. V1 and V2 are 90 degree in phase with the voltage V3. So I can write my VA1 is equal to VA2 because both are giving same phase, that is 90 degree. So I can write my voltage as VA1, modulus of VA1 is equal to modulus of VA2. Now you find out what is the output voltage. What is the formula? V02 minus V01. Okay, V02 minus V01. As we know that VA1 and VA2 are equal, we can write V02. So here we can write, as we know, at a frequency FC, we got VA1 is equal to VA2. Okay, VA2. So we can write V0 V naught is equal to either if you want to substitute VA1. So you can write, you can ask me why you are using VA1 and V01. So see here, this is the input voltage VA1. When it passes through output voltage, I am naming it as V01. That's it. V01 is nothing but my input voltage VA1. V02 is nothing but my input voltage VA2. Okay, so don't get confused about this VA1 and VO1. Okay, so here I can say if my input voltage is equal to the voltage passing through the second circuit, second slope VA2, then I can use, instead of VO2, I can use VO1 minus VO1. So I will get 0. So at the point of V0, at the point of frequency FC, my output voltage is what? 0. My output voltage is 0. Now we are going to consider the second case, case 2. Case 2 is what? At frequency FC plus del F. FC plus del F. That means some increasing frequency. So at this frequency, what happens? The phase, this you have to remember, phase between V3 and V1 will get decreased. Okay, so here the phase between the V3 and V1. So here the phase between these two will get a decrease. When it get decreased, when I'm passing the cutoff frequency FC plus increasing frequency. When I'm passing increasing frequency, what happens? You can remember that this V3 and V1 will get increased. Okay, will get increased. And as I told you that V1 and V2 are out of phase, what will happen if one voltage it gets increased, another voltage will decrease. Okay, so when I am passing high frequency, what will happen? My voltage depend upon this tuned frequency amplifier. Okay, it amplifies the increasing signal in the slope 2, that is in VA2, and it passes this decreasing signal in the first slope. So here consider this as a second circuit. Okay, this as second circuit and this as your first circuit. Remember, you are always using two circuits here. Okay, this one is the first circuit and this one is the second circuit. Okay, what will happen? This tuned amplifier tunes to the increasing frequency at the voltage at the first circuit. Okay, so for this, we can write the phase between V3 and V1 will get decreased, and obviously if V1 and V2 out of phase, what will happen? The phase between the second circuit V3 and V2 will get increased. So how we can draw the diagram here? How can we draw the diagram here? This is my V3 and what will happen? My V3 and V1 will get decreased. So here the phase will get decreased. And what will happen? My phase between V3 and V2. So this is V1. And what will happen? My phase will get increased. That is V2. And what is VA1? VA1 is equal to V3 plus V1. Okay, V3 plus V1. And what is VA2? V3 plus V3 minus VA2. That is VA2. Okay, so here we can consider, if we consider this, we can say, so we can say here VA2, that is just VA2 second circuit, which is greater than VA1. Okay, VA1. Okay, VA1. So if I am using formula, if I'm using, see here it is decreasing frequency. Here it is increasing frequency, increasing voltage. So obviously which will be greater? VA2 will be greater than VA1. So what will be my output voltage here? We need V0 is equal to V0 output minus input. And if we consider this condition VA2 greater than VA1, obviously we will get what value? We will get the positive value, positive response here. We will get the positive response here. So if we consider the third case, see if we consider the third case, case 3 is what? FC minus del F. So when it crosses low frequency, what will happen? The tuned frequency amplifier is amplifies and it allows the increasing frequency on the first circuit and decreasing frequency on the second circuit. So what will happen? The V3, okay, the phase between V1 and V3 will get increased. As V1 and V2 are out of phase, what will happen? The V3 and V2 will get decreasing frequency. Okay, so here you can write phase between V1 and V3 will get increases, and here phase between V2 and V3 are decreasing. So here how we draw the diagram here? If this is V3, what happens? V will get increased and V2 is getting decreased. So we know that VA1 is the V3 plus V1 and V2 is V3 minus, VA2 is V3 minus V2. So here we can say it as VA1 is greater than VA2. So when we write this, so what is my output equation? V02 minus V01, right? So V01 is greater. That means I will get, if I substitute any values here, what will happen? Negative part is greater. So what I will get negative signal. I will get what? Negative signal. Why? My V01 is greater, and as it is minus V01, I will get what signal? I will get the negative signal. So if you see, when I am passing FC signal, see here, I'll go to this frequency. See here, when I am passing FC signal, I will get the voltage as 0. And when I solve this FC plus del F frequency, I get positive response. And when I solve FC minus del F, I got negative response. That means I am recovering my original signal. What will be my original signal here? If there is a more sinusoidal signal, what will happen? My positive side and negative side. Okay, and the signal starts from frequency 0. So I am getting my positive response and negative. That means I am recovering my original signal. Okay. So here, if you see the phase or diagram here, phase IV characteristics. Okay, that is the voltage upon frequency. So here, VA1 is like this. Characteristics of V1 will become like this, VA1, and the characteristics of VA2 will be like this. Okay, decreasing, negative voltage. Okay, so if I draw cutoff frequency here, FC, and this is, if I take this FC plus del F, and here if I take FC minus del F, okay, and this is the point. So here, this point is what? V0. This is the output voltage. V0 is equal to 0. And here what happens? VA1 and VA2 are equal, right? VA1 and the input voltage VA2 are equal. When you consider VA2, see here at the frequency FC plus del F, which one is greater? Which one is greater? At this point, FC plus del F, VA2 is greater than VA1. So VA2, which is greater than VA1. Okay, the output voltage will get positive response. And here, see this FC minus del F. So which one is greater? VA1, which is greater than VA2. My output voltage, which gives us negative response. Which gave me negative response. So this is what the phase diagram, which shows the signal. We are recovering the original signal from the input FM wave. Okay, so here there is one disadvantage. Okay, there is one disadvantage. Okay, what are the disadvantages? The disadvantages, first point, we can't use the circuit in IC technology. Now every circuits every circuit, so every equipment, every electronic circuit which is based on the IC technology only. Now whatever we are saying, all the circuits, all the resistor, inductor, capacitor, so all the things are made inside the IC technology. But this circuit, this circuit is based on tuned amplifier based on only LC circuit. We are having, see, any IC is there? No. Here all this circuit, see the circuit, it is with capacitor, inductor and diode. It is the combination of capacitor, inductor and diode. So this technology will not work in IC technology. That is a major drawback in this Foster Seeley discriminator. And one more is it producing heavy noise. Okay, so if I'm recovering original signal, in the sense it recovers original signal with some noise. So that means, so what we are doing, we are passing d by dt, that is the tuned amplifier which produces a particular frequency, and here we are using the envelope detector to detect the particular modulating signal. So what here we am getting as m of t, that is my input signal with some noise. To reduce this noise, again what I have to do, I have to use a band pass filter. A band pass filter only allows a particular frequency. I'll use a particular band of frequency, that is band pass filter, to remove this noise. So okay, this is the second method, that is the ratio detector method. Ratio detector method, to remove this noise. Okay, here there are lots of noise present in the Foster Seeley discriminator. To remove that noise, I am using a band pass filter in what? Ratio detector. That is the advantages of ratio detector. We are overcoming this disadvantage in the second method called ratio detector. Understood this concept, students?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you copy this. Okay, then we'll go to the second question. So from that, we will completing this third chapter. Okay. So you copy this. Okay. Copy this. Let me start the next question. We draw the diagram carefully, okay? So you can write this is diode D2 and this is diode D1. If you didn't understand anything, you let me know. Draw this diagram properly. Right up to the noise, okay? Right amplitude noise. Students completed? Students? Students completed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So somebody is asking me to revise Fourier transform. Shubham Pallav. Okay, we'll do that. Okay, we'll go to the second question. Second question is nothing but ratio detector. The second topic, ratio detector. So in ratio detector, as I told you, we are going to reduce the noise from the Foster Seeley discriminator. Same block diagram, that is the differentiator circuit, tuned circuit. One envelope detector will be there. Then what happens? One band pass filter is there. Okay, we can write here band pass limiter or band pass filter. Anything. FM signal, and here phase of my frequency amplitude modulation similar to amplitude modulation phase. Okay, not exactly. Then here my M of t plus noise will be there. Then here band pass filter particularly allowing my modulation signal M of t. Okay, so for this there is a diagram, same diagram as Foster Seeley, but only one simple thing we need to change. So I'll try to copy this. I'll try to copy this. Again, then it will be easy for me. Let me see. Okay, see the same diagram, but what happens there is little bit different here. Let me do this one. Okay. This V3 and all is there. This is my input FM signal. Input FM signal. Here the only difference, there are two difference that we are going to study in this block diagram is at the end there will be one band pass filter and The second difference is one diode is reverse biased. One diode is reverse biased. So this diode D2 just here D2 and D1, and the circuit will be after this resistor we are having condition, then again a resistor with a capacitor C. Then here there is a output voltage between this resistor T0, and here I can type T1 and T2, and here again there is one resistor. Okay, so here this can be R, and I am taking the output voltage here as V02, and here it is V01, and the voltage across this resistor which is VR. So if I consider, okay, voltage across this okay, this resistor, this is R, this is C. So we are going to consider basically this circuit. Okay, this part. Okay, so remember we are going to consider this part. This is the block diagram. This is same as Foster Seeley. There is one difference is what we have introduced this circuit. We have introduced this part. We have introduced this part. This part is what band pass filter. Okay, in the combination of L and C, resistors and capacitors combination, we are using what band pass filter. That is the thing. This is one difference, and one more difference is that diode D2 is reverse biased. So here in this ratio detector, we are getting the output of the ratio detector. Okay, something happened. So this is R. This is C, and the voltage between these resistors is VR, and here the voltage across this resistance is V01, the output voltage V01 and V02. Okay, so here you see the circuit. Normally the ratio detector is half of, we can say half of Foster-Seeley discriminator. That is the previous one, Foster-Seeley. So how we are going to get half of Foster-Seeley? That is the thing we need to understand. Okay. So here, as I told you, output voltage we are going to find out the output voltage. As I told you that diode D2 is reversed polarity. That means see in our Foster-Seeley discriminator, what I told, across this V3 voltage, when the signal FC or FC plus FF, del F or FC minus del F, if this frequency is coming through V3 voltage, what will happen? It provides out of phase of voltage. That means the signal is passing like this. Okay, why? Because the diode is in forward bias in both of the circuit. In the upper circuit as well as the second circuit, we are having the diode both are forward bias and passing the signal out of phase with each other. But see, the polarity of this diode is changed here. Polarity of the diode is changed. That means what will happen? These two will become in phase. VA1 and VA2 will become in phase. So here, output voltage, that is VA1 and VA2 are in phase. So my output voltage will become V0 is equal to VA1 plus VA2. So what is VA1 and VA2? My output voltage. Okay, I can name it as VA1 and VA2. So I can name it as V01 plus, sorry, V01 plus V02. Okay, so this is my equation. This is my first equation. Okay, now the we need to find out the voltage across V02. Voltage across V02. So we need to find as we know that V0 is equal to V01 plus V02. That is my output voltage. See here, V0, how the V0, where the V0 is flowing, the voltage between the V0, it is in between T1 and T2 point, V in between T1 and T2 point. And here, the voltage across this resistor, the voltage flowing in this circuit, only consider this, okay, this as, I'm taking it as V02, but see the voltage across this resistor, this part. If we see that the voltage across this resistance, when we consider this part, so we will get half of the resistance, VR, half of the resistance voltage VR by 2, and here also we will get VR divided by 2, VR divided by 2 and VR divided by 2. So if I am considering V02 and if consider this point, at this point, okay, from V0, the current is, sorry, the voltage is flowing from V0, T1 to T2 point. So at T1 point, I am having the voltage V02 and at T2 point, I am having the voltage at VR divided by 2. So how the output voltage will become? The output voltage will become V0 is equal to V02, the voltage difference between the V02 as well as the resistance voltage, that is the difference between the voltage T1 comma T2. T1 comma T2. So what is T1 comma T2? What is T1 comma T2? What is T1 comma T2? The voltage between these 2 points, T1 comma T2. The voltage flowing from T1 to T2. The voltage which is VR divided by 2. That is my resistance. Okay, that is my resistance voltage VR divided by 2. VR divided by 2. So how the equation will become? V0 is equal to V02 minus VR divided by 2. Okay, now you cross multiply this. Okay, cross multiply this. What will become? 2V02 minus VR divided by 2. Now we need to find out what is VR. What is VR? Where is my VR? So this is my VR output voltage. Okay, this is my VR output voltage. So this is my VR divided by 2. And this is my VR, right? Total voltage. That is my VR. Output voltage is what? Output voltage is my VR. That is my output voltage is my VR. That is the V. At the end of the circuit, VR is there. So my output voltage is what? VR. Okay. So VR in the sense, the current is flowing from, you have to consider from here, the current is flowing from V3 is V1 and the current which is flowing from V3, so VA in the diode D2 is V2. And as this combination is the voltage between across the V3 which is in phase, I can say my VR is V1 plus V01 plus V02. So my voltage will become, that is my output voltage output voltage VR is equal to V01 plus V02. Okay, so here if you substitute here, what will happen? 2 into V02 minus V01 plus V02 divided by 2. So here, if we see 2 into V02 minus V01 plus V02 divided by, sorry, minus V02. Then take a minus, multiply this minus inside. So what will happen? What will be my equation? V0 2 V02, that is V02 minus V01 divided by 2. This is the output voltage is what? VR. At the end we are having VR is my output voltage. So yeah, so this is also what? VR. Output voltage is here I have taken VR, not a V0. V0 is in between this V02 point and VR divided by 2 point. Okay. I think diagram is little bit confusion for you people because I have made a rounded. Let me draw this. So here if we see this is my output. VR is equal to V02 minus V01 divided by 2. So at the first point I told you that it is the half of Foster-Seeley discriminator, right? So here you see the Foster-Seeley discriminator. What is my output voltage I got? My output voltage is out of phase. That is V02 minus V01 this point. This is in out of phase, so I'll get V02 minus V01 is my output voltage. But see, if you consider ratio detector, okay, ratio detector, that means we are getting half of the signal from the Foster-Seeley discriminator. That means we are avoiding all the noises present in the circuit and we are passing the particular frequency. So we can say that the efficiency is higher than Foster-Seeley discriminator. Than Foster-Seeley discriminator. Okay, so this is the key concept of ratio detector. So here the thing is we are using one band pass filter here, and the diode is reverse bias. So what will become? Out of phase will become in phase. That is the thing. For this diagram, I'll read all this. Otherwise, you people can't understand. I'll redraw this, then you copy. Okay, because I made it complicated. think now the diagram is clear for you. Okay. So the difference is what? D2 is reverse biased. D2 is reverse biased. Okay, and the circuit which is introduced here. This is what? Band pass filter or band pass limiter, you can say. Okay. So now you copy this. Okay. Lecture 10 is not opening. We'll see. Yeah? We'll see at the end. Okay, so by this I'm completing the third chapter. Okay. Um, Maybe this Sunday, as father told that you people are having UT exam. So for chapter 1 quiz I have already given to you. So you go through that quiz. And for chapter 2, okay, we'll see I'll show you at the end. You practice that quiz. Okay, there are 20 questions which I posted in the Moodle server. It's in new Moodle server, and the more number of quizzes I'll about to put, but we'll see how much questions I can give you for your exam preparation. You draw this diagram properly. Okay, draw this diagram properly. So here also the disadvantage is what we are having. It is not suitable for IC technology. They are not using IC. And one more thing, uh, why we can't use in IC technology? You have to ask a question, right? Okay. In 1936, this LNC combination came, but in 1970, IC technology came. That means the IC technology is more advanced than this LC technology. Okay, they found out in 1936 this LNC combination. That's why this can't be implemented in IC technology. That's why this is a disadvantage. Completed. Students, students completed.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so here we can see the screen. Uh, See, there is a chapter 2 quiz. Everybody, the screen is visible for you, students.
Yes, ma'am. It is visible.
Okay, so you go to Moodle server. Okay, the Moodle server link is C 14.142.126.125 /Moodle. You put up to this. Okay, so the Moodle will open. Then log in using your ID. Then do this chapter 2 quiz. There will be a chapter 2 quiz. Okay, which I have posted. 20 questions will be there. You start practicing. It is based on your noise topic. Chapter 2, noise topic problems. You go through all the problems and solve. This is for your practicing purpose. I'm not going to consider any mark for this. So you practice this. Okay. And tomorrow and day after tomorrow, I will be posting some more questions for you people. Okay, so that you can practice. You practice this. This will be your question bank. And question bank, separate question bank, MCQ types with answers will not be given to you. Okay, whatever you want to practice, there will be unlimited attempts I have given in quiz. Okay, and in the upcoming quiz also I will be giving you unlimited attempt. You attempt every question, you solve, you practice. Okay, any other doubt you people are having now, you can ask me.
Ma'am, so quizzes we need to practice for IIT practice, right?
Yes, for IIT2 you have to practice quizzes.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, any other doubt? Ma'am, is the notes of all 3 chapters uploaded in Moodle? Yes, it is uploaded in Moodle. You can see. See, I'll show you now. You can see the course execution and go to module wise notes. You can see all the 3 chapters which is posted here. Module 1 and see module 1 I have splitted because I could not able to post it a full document. That's why I have splitted and I have put. And see every topics will see also I have mentioned. So you can go through the Moodle sir as well as the Google Classroom documents. Anything you want. Okay. Any other query? Ma'am, lecture 10 recording is not opening in Google Drive. Yes, ma'am, this practice quiz questions will be similar. Yes, it will be similar to the IIT1 questions. But it will not be the exact question. Similar questions will be there. So you go through all the quiz problems, quiz questions, go through all the questions. It will be similar, not the same one. And if you see, if you see the third chapter, it will be all the questions, all the topics will have two topics. As we studied now, FM demodulator has two topics, that is FM Foster Sealy and ratio detector. Why we are studying Foster Sealy and why we are studying ratio detector? Okay, well, it was like one person found out the first method, that is called Foster Sealy, and if there is any drawback, again they overcome that drawback and they found one. So you have to, what is the difference between Foster Sealy and ratio detector? Why we are studying ratio detector? Then only you can attend the quiz. See, the question will be basically like this: how you have understood the topics. Okay, so prepare it properly. Prepare according to that. Don't study the quiz question. You prepare the topics, so that you can attend the quiz easily. And I'm not able to log in on new Moodle. So there will be, so Sandeep Sahani can't able to log in. Okay, so you wait for 5 more minutes. Okay, lecture 10 recording is not opening in Google Drive. Okay, I'll see that. Okay, why it is not opening? Lecture 10, na? Okay. Then any other queries now? So you need a revision of. So which one is locked? Which one is locked? Shubham Pallav. Lecture 10. Okay, let me check with that. Okay. Then any other query? Thank you. Any other queries? Then you clarify now itself. Then don't tell me that, ma'am, it is not working. That's why we didn't study. I don't want any excuses.
Ma'am, will
Yeah.
there be questions on theory also?
Yes, theory as well as problems, as
Both.
well as derivation, everything.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Then one student asked for Fourier transform revision, right? So as I completed the topics, so next class uh, I'll take a revision for Fourier transform, and you communicate to Prathamesh that what are the topics you are having difficulty. So let me cover that. We are having time. Again, 2 more classes are there, so I can clarify that. You convey to uh, Prathamesh. Okay, ma'am. Practice quiz is up to 3 chapters, and the which one I show, it was chapter number 2, and more questions I will be posting it. Okay, you stick to Moodle server. Ma'am, also receive all problem property of Fourier transform. Yeah, ma'am, time up to what time this practice quiz? Before Saturday तक तुमको practice कर सकते हैं. You can practice up to Saturday. Sunday you can't practice because Sunday you are having exam. Any other queries? If there is any query, you can ask me right now. Otherwise, students, you can leave. Ma'am, please keep IAT 1 next week. So you have to say to Father John, no, while he is asking when to keep. Why you didn't tell to him, Shubham Pallav? Everybody, how many of you are saying that IAT 1 should be next week? How many of you are saying like this? Yeah, timetable is not given, but Father John wants to keep an exam. We want some time to study. Okay, so how many of you are telling that the IAT 1 should be next week? How many many of you? When is 29? Next Tuesday. So instead of Sunday, you want Tuesday. Okay, let me convey this to Father John. If he agrees, okay. Okay, Shubham, about what exams you are having Wednesdays and Friday? Can you tell me? Class test, max class test. Okay, so I'll convey your message that IIT 1 students are asking IIT 1 should be kept on 29. If
Ma'am,
he
actually,
agrees, yeah,
this week we have maths tests also.
okay.
So, like, it will be jumbling for us. It will be better if it is from 29.
Okay, so I can't do anything because you, Prathamesh, you told that it is
Yes,
fine.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so I can't do anything, but even I convey your message that students are willing to have exam on 29. So if he agrees, then I'll ask him to conduct on 29. Otherwise, you have to prepare. See, you prepare for Sunday.